I've been an addict for the past 10 years, rehab 4 or 5 times.
I started drinking super young. I started drinking in 5th grade.
I mean, 4 months ago I was living on the streets, you know, shooting dope, and my life just spun out of control.
I bought a bunch of coke and I just wanted to die, and I just wanted to end. I just wanted to stop feeling this roller coaster.
I've had a lot of friends pass away, either drugs or suicide, and I was probably real close to being added to that list. There's no way I'm going to be on that list anymore. It's got to change. It's got to change.
I'm Todd Crandall. I am the founder and executive director of Racing for Recovery. I'm also a survivor of a 13-year drug and alcohol addiction that cost me everything. Lost my family, my friends, and myself. First time I did cocaine was my senior year in high school, and instantly, and I mean instantly, when I did that first line, I was like, that's what I've been looking for. That's gonna fix everything.
He played a game on cocaine and got caught.
I could have been a pro hockey player, and I pissed it away because of drugs.
Not only did I kick him off a hockey team, but I just ended a relationship with a player that I've had a relationship with maybe for 5 or 6 years as a coach.
I was on something basically 24 hours a day. I could not figure out how to live without drugs, and I couldn't figure out how to stop them. It got to the point where the difference between living and dying to me was non-existent.
We never ever gave up on Todd. We always believed that he would reach the point where he would end this if it didn't kill him first.
I was drinking a beer roughly around noon, and I distinctly remember putting that beer down and saying, that's it. This is over. The same tenacity that I put into destroying myself, I just needed to switch it and put it into repairing myself. I used to watch The Iron Man back when I was drinking and drugging. And just like when I decided I'm done drinking, when I decided I was going to do the Iron Man, I was going to do the Iron Man. You know, sometimes people say, well, you've just taken one addiction and put it on another addiction with the Iron Man and stuff. And this isn't a new addiction. This is a new focus for me. Our slogan is, with sobriety, anything is possible. And I'm a living, breathing example of what can be done without using drugs.
He was back. He made it all the way back. That's victory.
That's for the addict that didn't make it last night, for the one that won't make it today, right there. Right there. Just like with my addiction, one was never enough, and helping one person is not enough for me either. If I can help one, and this program can help one, we can help 1,000. And if we can help 1,000, we can help 10,000. And so it goes on and on and on.
I'm Eddie. I'm an alcoholic addict. Here to better my life and support anybody else with problems.
You're letting my friends and family down. Trying to lie about it, and they knew I was doing it. Just the way they'd look and talk to you. That sucked.
When I saw it on ESPN, I'm just saying the fitness piece was a big part of it too, coming out.
My sister said, you know, I used to cry myself to sleep. I was like, over me? You know, you just never, the selfishness of the disease or, you know, my drug use never let me think of it that way.
I don't want to be that guy that's 80, even 60, and say, what have I done with my life? Nothing.
When they took me from jail into the courtroom, I had this big shackles on and the chain around my waist and handcuffed, and I could only take little steps, you know, and I remember walking out, and then I looked at Mom and Dad, and just the look on their face, on his face, I mean, I couldn't look at him. I had to hold my head down.
My name's Melissa. I'm just here to stay off drugs. I started out using Oxycontin, and when that wasn't enough, I switched over to heroin. I would sniff it at first, then I started shooting it up. And that's when I got into other drugs like crack.
These guys aren't as committed as I am, but, you know, I bitch at them all the time about turning the lights off and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I smoked pot with my mom since I was like 16.
You guys are nerds. I ended up getting in trouble when I was 14. I got arrested for drinking and smoking marijuana, and I got a possession charge.
My girl wouldn't talk to me, you know, I couldn't see my kids.
I OD'd on Christmas Eve, and I shot up. Next thing I remember, I was out in my garage smoking a cigarette. I was all wet, just talking. My buddy's like, "Do you remember what just happened?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "You just OD'd." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Man, I dosed you, you know, with cold water for about 5 minutes. You woke up."
Hey everybody, let's get started. What goes on here is this is an open forum meeting where not only the person with the problem, but any support system, family, friends, whoever, is welcome in this environment. You are free to share your opinions on anything. Mainly this whole group focuses on the possibilities and the benefits of being sober. Racing for Recovery is a program of action. We physically get fit, we spiritually get fit, we emotionally get fit, and we apply those things to not only help ourselves, but to help someone else.
My mom actually came to me and said, I heard of this guy, Todd, and she gave me his book, and then I read it and totally fell in love with it.
And I took the 800 number down, and I was expecting to hear, you know, "Thank you for calling Racing for Recovery. This is so-and-so. Who would you like to speak to?" And it was Todd. And I couldn't even speak for like 30 seconds. I started crying.
Then I basically just told him my story, and I was in tears telling him. I said, basically, if I got on a bus tomorrow, would I have a place to stay? He said, yeah, come on out.
He reaches out to everybody. He's always there for you, and I think that helps a lot. And he talks to us like we're a family. If something's bothering him, he'll talk to all of us.
By us going to the meetings, meeting Todd, getting involved in Race for Recovery, it was just a miracle.
The meetings are the best because they include the family. That is huge.
This definitely isn't like any other place I've ever been.
It's not just another rehab. This is a lifestyle. You're in rehab. It's like, okay, I'm in a safe environment, the food's good, everybody's here, blah, blah, blah. But then it's basically like, okay, you know, you're done in 2 weeks, good luck. It's right back into your same environment. How the hell are you gonna make any changes if it's you back in it?
That's what I did. I fucking hated it, and then I was back using it after, you know?
It's not just about getting sober. That's what really, really attracts me to Racing for Recovery. It's like, you know, okay, you're sober, now what are you gonna do?
This isn't a place where people can come and just sit on their butts all day and watch TV.
All right, remember, use your hips.
Kettlebell Bob, he's our trainer. He's been training us for free for this triathlon.
Good, come on, nice. That's it. Good work.
Man, we do those kettlebells, and those are insane.
All of us are training pretty much 6 days a week to prepare physically for what the challenge of a triathlon is going to be. Each day, you know, we're in the water at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, take a lap and I'll look at you and we'll go from there. We'll break it down, okay? Make sure you rotate, keep rotating.
By 9 o'clock, we're out running the streets of Toledo.
Just right up here, take the first right.
And by mid-afternoon, riding a bike to prepare for our triathlon this summer. This is a group who collectively are taking care of themselves and each other.
These people that I'm letting into my life now, they feel like they're here, and that they actually care, you know, and that's a good feeling, because I haven't felt that in a long time.
I surround myself with them, with everybody that's in the groups. I go hang out with them, I go do things with them, go lift weights, go run,
I think a lot of joking around masks a lot of pain, but at the end of the day, we all got issues that keep us up at night. So, you know, a lot of those times we'll sit around and we'll talk about some of the stuff that we ain't never talked about. Like on my birthday, I OD'd and died this day, and I went to jail 3 days later. This was like a year ago, and this was me taken about 4 weeks ago.
This is where your mom, you were dying in her arms?
Yeah. Yeah, I OD'd on black tar heroin. I was drinking whiskey and shooting cocaine all that night, and then I had black tar heroin and shot it up, didn't even get the needle out of my arm, woke up in the ambulance. So.
That's good living.
Yeah.
Group dinner, I think, is a way to collectively come together. Oh, man, that's a bucket o' spaghetti. Cook a meal together, sit down, talk about struggles that people had, good things that people had they want to share with others. What's going on in the house? Is something not working?
I'm just getting the cat out of the bag. You volunteered us at Synergy. And,
Right.
And let me finish. And you volunteered us at Synergy, and that's fine. And we were already working there. And when it was brought up about you volunteering there, you said absolutely not. It kind of made us feel like you're above us. You're, you know, I don't know.
Right, no, I absolutely did, you know, that was all on me. That was bad, you know, handled that badly.
This is your place collectively. There's no, like, it's not like you need to say to Aaron, well, you're not working out enough, or you need to say to him, well, you don't have a job, or that's not what this is. There's no hierarchy or anybody's better.
I think as long as we're upfront and honest about all this stuff, we won't have anything that festers, you know, because I don't think we should let it go, you know, definitely.
Just doing this is tough. Not used to doing this. You know what I mean? Talking about it.
And this is
like
what we
this.
should be doing. I'm not going to say that no one's going to have struggles here. They are. But they're all improving their lives, and that's the bottom line.
Race for recovery. Yeah. I'm coming over. I mean, no doubt.
Having Chris go home last night and spend some time with his kids and rebuild that relationship with her that's been severely damaged is great.
I want to see my kids grow up. I want to be there. I want them to be proud of me, you know? I want to be proud of myself.
What time did you come in?
3.
That's good. He got home at like 3 o'clock in the morning, so Aaron drug tested him this morning.
Should I get my prostate checked too?
Absolutely, man. This is a full service. Here you go, Gene.
Unfortunately, not everybody makes it. I personally, in this program, just had a dear friend of ours, Eric Floyd, die from drinking and driving.
That is 1 negative drug test.
I don't go into this thinking that these guys are going to screw it up. I go into it thinking that they're going to make it.
This is Lacey. Just turned 1. Had a nice little birthday party for her, and, you know, it's another good reason to stay sober.
Orlando always had to drink the most, he would do the most shots, he would do the most drugs, and just always have to be, you know, the best at whatever he did. But now, he's like the best exerciser. I mean, he's gonna run 13 miles tomorrow, I can't even believe it.
Welcome to the Toledo, Ohio Half Marathon.
Nice up, let your arms.
Oh, yeah?
Don't run like this.
When I got here, it was like 10 times better than I expected. And the belief I had in myself changed. I'm here now, and I believe I will be sober for the rest of my life now. Honestly believe that.
I said to my mom, I said, I know you guys have your hesitations, but for the first time, I'm like, it's okay, because I know I'm done. You know, I wish my dad could see me now, see that I'm okay, you know, so.
That's awesome. That is awesome. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
I just want to do something positive and be able to stand on my own and just be comfortable being me.
Talking to me?
I feel like this different person. It's nice to be able to interact with people like you're some kind of productive member of society rather than, you know, just being this outsider.
I don't know. I can do a couple miles, not 14, man. It's crazy. You give these guys a lot of credit. This is rough.
I want to start chasing my dreams, but I think that you need to be happy along the way, you know? That's the biggest thing. It's all about the journey.
You just ran a half marathon, dude, and a month ago you were drunk. How about that?
Congratulations, Lando. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you.
I've always wanted to make people proud of what I did with everybody that's in the group. I actually feel so good, just like weightless. They all are there for you. They all love you. And it's just great.
Those that need us are benefiting from it, and I hope that those that are still out there struggling find us, because we're saving lives, and that's what it's about.